What is up, YouTube? N3RD Reviews here with another Neca Pacific Rim figure for you guys. This time we have the Kaiju Trespasser. Here's a look at the image of the character. Quick look at the figure in packaging. Top of the box says Pacific Rim. Same packaging as all the rest of the figures. Bottom just says Kaiju Trespasser, warning, choking hazard, aging 14 and up. And here's a look at the Trespasser in packaging. This is the first Kaiju to breach. It is the one you see tearing up the San Francisco bridge in the film, and the one they take down after 6 days of destruction, and they put his skull in a museum and everything. But yeah, he's nicknamed Axehead in the Pacific Rim video game. Alright, so here we have the back of the packaging. As you can see, there's no category for this Kaiju. It is the first one to breach, and I don't think they were judging them at the time. Nice image of the figure. Other figures in the line. Here's the knife battle damage knife head I just reviewed. Kaiju Tango, Eternal Alpha, and Trespasser. Yeah, that's pretty much it for the packaging. Let's get this guy out and have a closer look at him. Alright, so here we have Trespasser out of the packaging. And right off the bat, you can tell they use the same mold from the knife head figure. Let me reach off camera really quick. Bring in knife head. Side by side, you can see they use the same body. Legs, tail, arms. So pretty much from this point right here in his neck and up, the figures are different. Knife head has this added neck piece right here. So from the mid chest up, they're different figures, but from that down, they're the exact same body mold, which makes sense. I can't see them creating a new body mold for this character. He wasn't in the film very long. And they have different shells. So yeah, let me get knife head out of the way. Alright, back to the Trespasser. Even though this is a reused body mold from knife head, the figure is still nice in itself. Really nice detailing. I really love the head design in this guy. The people that designed these creatures probably had a ball making them. They're really, really nice. Nickname Axehead. You can see why. I really like this detail they put on the side of his face. It looks very tribal. Yellow neon paint throughout the figure. Excuse me. Here's a look at the legs. Very nice scaling on those, the same as the knife head. Detailing on the claws, arms. Really nice figure. I really like the shell on this guy. Very nice. See, he has 4 eyes. Really nice figure. Alright, so making our way to the back of the figure. As you can see, he has a huge shell. I prefer the shell to knife heads. I think the shell is really unique. Really nice. You see I have a slight paint chip on mine. Nothing too bad. It's like that right out of the box. I can touch that up if I want to, but I'm not going to display it from the back ever, so it's probably not an issue. I really like the detailing on the back of this figure. Here's a look at that bendable tail. I really didn't mention much in the knife head review. It's the same tail. It needs it for balance. Has a slight wire in it. But pretty much you're going to be displaying it like that because it holds the figure up. This one has a nice brownish tan coloring going out throughout the figure. Gives it a little bit of a different look as compared to the bluer knife head. And his horns are pointed upwards, whereas on the knife head they're pointed down. So yeah, Neca added a few unique touches to try to separate these figures as far as their overall appearance, but yeah, really nice either way. Alright, so let's get to the articulation. He has the same articulation as knife head, but in case you didn't watch that video, I'm going to show it again. The head can rotate a full 360 on this one. He doesn't have the large skull that knife head has. The jaw is articulated, as you can see. The same in the arms, they can stretch up that far. Pretty nice. There's a bend at the elbow, but it's restricted by this plastic. The way they sculpted it, you can only bend about that far at this bicep joint. Looks like a slight ball joint at the wrist again. Same thing. Not much out of that. The waist has this slight rotation, but you can't get much out of it. The inner arms again are articulated this time around. Really nice. They can go up, they can go down, they can go out. There's what I thought was a joint. It's just a slight, see if I can focus, a slight slit in the sculpt. It's not actually a joint at this elbow joint in the smaller arm, but not a big deal. Same ball joint rotation on the wrist as the larger arm. Coming down to the legs, you can get him kicking up that far. I believe you can do a full 360. It just runs into the arm. The knees can bend that far and kick out almost straight, but not all the way. But a nice knee bend joint. If you had something that can hold this up, like some kind of flight stand, you can actually get some nice poses out of that if you wanted them in the air for some reason. I know you like the Untitled Kaiju that hasn't came out yet. That one would be nice in the air. I don't know why they didn't release that one before this one, but it's off the subject. Here we are in the ankle joint. You get a slight ankle pivot, and the feet can rotate 360, same as knife head. And again, you got the bendable tail, which holds poses okay. But you're pretty much going to be using that to get the figure to stand. But that's pretty much it for the articulation. The shell doesn't move at all or anything. But yeah, that's pretty much it for articulation. Alright, for size comparison, since he is the same body mold as knife head, you would expect him to be the same size, and they are. So here he is side by side with the knife head, battle damaged. Same exact body. Different heads, and a knife head adds this neck piece. But you can see they're in scale with one another. Here he is side by side with leatherback. Pretty nice scale with leatherback as well. And here he is side by side with two Jaegers, Crimson Typhoon and Gypsy Danger. Even though technically he didn't fight any Jaegers in the films because they hadn't been created yet. He was the first kaiju to breach and brought about the creation of the Jaegers. But yeah, he's in scale with the Jaegers if you wanted to display him with them. Looks really nice. And here he is side by side quickly with SA's Monstars Comic-Con Explosion Godzilla. You see the scale with those. Alright, and lastly, before I end this review, quick shout out to Best in Collectibles, where I picked these figures up at. Here's her information, her name, her Facebook, her Twitter, phone number, Gmail, and the location of her booth at Frankenstein's Collectibles. So if you're in the SoCal area, please check her out. She's the best for NECA figures. She gets them in usually earlier than other places, and she has great prices, so check her out. Back to the figure. This figure gets a high recommendation for me. Of the two, I think I prefer the knife head because something about the battle damage just stuck with me a little more, although I really like the head sculpt of this guy. It's growing on me. But let me know in the comments which one you guys prefer, the battle damage knife head or the Trespasser figure right here. And also what kaiju you're looking forward to getting from NECA in the future. Once again, this has been N3RD Reviews. Please stay tuned for more figure reviews. Like, rate, and subscribe. And thanks, guys.